What's going on YouTube? This is 3zinferno. So today I want to talk about a card again that I've talked about before, about a month or two ago, but I really want to go over this card again because in this format it is clearly one of the most powerful cards in every deck, and it is Dustshoot. I mean, if you don't know what Dustshoot does, I'll tell you. Activate only when your opponent has 4 or more cards in their hand. Look at your opponent's hand, select one monster card in it, and return that card to its owner's deck. So it's really good. It's really good just using this card. I mean, it's like basically you get to look at your opponent's hand, put one monster back in it, and so they're down a card, and you know their whole hand. How to play around it, how what to get rid of, what's if they have a good hand or a bad hand, if you can go for an OTK, etc., etc. What makes it really good this format though is because this format, because Heavy Storm is at 1 and MST is at 3, that fewer people are committing back rows, so therefore they have more cards in their hand. They have things like Effect Veiler, Max C, Herald of Orange Lights, etc., etc. So Dustshoot is really more viable, and I was talking to someone about this, and they said, well, it's not very good if you go second, and I'm just thinking, well, that depends. Most likely, it's actually still viable, because what happens is, let's say you're playing an agent player, and they go, summon Earth, get Venus to their hand, set 2 back row. Even if they set 2 back row, how many cards do they have in their hand? 4 cards in their hand. They draw, they have 5. Similarly, if plants, let's say they start with Tour Guide into Tsang and set 2 back row. If they don't end up spacing your Dustshoot, they'll draw into 4 cards in the hand on their next turn. So Dustshoot is still playable. Really, the only decks that can set more than 2 back row at a time and one monster are Gravekeepers and Gladiator Beasts, but those are dying out. They're not in the meta. And also, Gravekeepers tend to not be able to set that many if they don't have like a Solemn or a Starlight Road. Gladiator Beast the same. If they don't have a protection backing it. So I still think Dustshoot is one of the most really viable cards, and you can always side it out game 2 if you win and you're playing a deck that sets a lot, like maybe TGs. That's probably one of the only viable decks types in the meta that would set more than 2 back row at once. So if you haven't tried this card out, really try it out. I really like it. One of my friends right now is playing, or a few of them are playing triple pod dualities in their plants, and so they search this out like crazy. So check it out, see what you guys can do with it, see how you guys can find out how to use it best. Alright, thanks guys. 3zinferno signing out.